Let's kick off this video with something sexual. I'm assuming that some of the people that watch, I don't want to say everybody because that is generalization, are either heterosexual and or male and have a dick. Have you ever had a female performing oral sex on you? Yes, it feels great. That's not what I'm talking about. In the beginning, she starts off nice. It's nice, steady stroking and sucking. This is all by experience, by the way. I don't know what this bitch started thinking about. I'm not going to say halfway into it, but for whatever reason, she must have thought about the pornos she watched and how those guys' dicks just got hard as a motherfucker. And she thought maybe how they suck the penis, maybe the person that I'm performing the oral sex on right now might like. And she ends up changing the shit up. And you look at her like, bitch, what the fuck? I mean, you don't actually say that, but you just be like, what the fuck? Why are you changing it up? It was better when you just started. This is how I feel when I see decks like this. What is the most irritating thing to me? I think nails on a chalkboard. I know I'm not the only one. I ain't that special. But that shit is something you just can't stop from just like, you can't. Maybe that was an exaggeration. I'm saying all this to say I'm a low-risk individual. I've said that many times before. And seeing stuff like this is like a clusterfuck. Even though I understand why he did it, or I have an idea why, this type of thing, or the idea of me playing some type of deck that resembles this, makes me cringe. Not taking away the fact that he made top 8. He plays Felice, the combo with Mathematician. If Felice stays in the hand, it really stays there. She's just sitting there. Hopefully you have the Mind Crush and you call it wrong, but you're playing Mind Crush to call it right. So that would mean that Felice just stays in the hand. You can't set it or anything. Felice only does something in the deck. Mathematician, send Felice. That's it. If you don't get that, or if Felice, you draw it, it does nothing. This is supposed to be anti-meta, right? So why even play that? Because I understand that Mathematician, even if it doesn't send anything, you still get to draw a card when it gets destroyed with battle. Even with Reborn Tengu, I understand. But isn't the goal in the anti-meta deck is to make sure your opponent loses to your deck, not yourself losing to your deck? Because this deck just looks like it has so many dead draws. What if you draw multiple Tengus? There is the Rescue Rabbit for Sabersaurus. Was the 200 difference between Cabazols and Sabersaurus that important where he really just wanted to play Sabersaurus over Cabazols? I say that because if you played to Abyss Dweller, which he did, and he didn't play Doka, and I think it's because of Abyss Dweller doing more of a job against Necros than anything else, and Burning Abyss, of course. With Cabazols, Abyss Dweller would have been 2200. Isn't that a bit more important? I think that most of us can agree. One of the main reasons why this deck did so well, besides his skill, Kappa, was because of the trap lineup. Necros is the best deck. That shit's seen a whole lot of places, right? Even in Austria. Triple Mind Crush, triple mistake. Nigga. This goes to show you that basically anything can top. We all have our opinions. This is just mine. I could never, ever, 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 ever play something like this. If I was religious, this would be against my religion. This is something I would consider a sin. Thou shalt not play a deck with this clusterfuck of monsters in it. And it's funny because you really could have just played other anti-meta cards in it, like main deck the Kaikus, right? Or Banisher the Radiance, or Fossil Dyna. Just saying, you could have named those things, took out all the other shit, and the deck would have kind of sort of played the same. And I would think it would have just played better because the monsters overall are better, even though I understand the floating thing. Ice Hand, Fire Hand replaces themselves, Reborn Tengu replaces themselves, Mathematician. I get that. Things have to go right. And things don't always go right in the game. And I guess I'm just too scared, or I'm too much of a bitch or something, because I'm always thinking about what could go wrong. Some people really play stuff like this. I couldn't do it though. So with that though, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. If you would like to support me in some form or fashion, all I ask is you spend literally seconds out today and click an advertisement. I'll be grateful, appreciative, and I'll say thank you very much in advance if you can find some time to do that. Somebody asked about how many white shirts I have. I will take this opportunity to answer. Psych, I lied. Just know that you will probably never see a white shirt be dirty when I'm recording a video. That would imply that I am somewhat hygienic, right?